Markle Letters, October 4 misses the point entirely in criticizing Hillary Clinton going after the NRA following the Las Vegas tragedy. Just 12 days after a gunman opened fire in Port Arthur, Tasmania, John Howard led a bipartisan measure to enact sweeping gun control measures. Australia has not had a single mass shooting since then. Where is the outrage from US lawmakers? Sadly, when Clinton manifests it, people like Markle dismiss it as unimaginable. The time to go after the NRA is now, when the images of Mandalay Bay are still fresh in everyone's minds. Let us please make America safe. Precautionary and Fremont gun legislation would have saved lives. Now we're going to hear from the NRA about how no amount of gun legislation could have prevented the horror in Las Vegas. But just suppose for a moment that, decades ago, we had developed some meaningful gun legislation. What if we had implemented a mandatory 30-day waiting period for all gun purchases, along with a federal registry for all gun owners? Imagine that all automatic and semi-automatic weapons designed for the military were off-limits for civilian gun owners. Now imagine that, when these psychotic mass murders occur, the shooters would be limited to traditional bolt-action hunting rifles. Do you think some precious lives might have been saved? Let's think about how our children, decades in the future, will feel about the way we respond today. Ray Jones' San Jose left is also to blame for mass shootings. Many on the left, including the Mercury News, are quick to blame the right and its NRA and gun lobbies for mass shootings. The reality is the left contributes just as much to gun violence. Witness the scores of TV and movies made by left-leaning Hollywood that featured shooting mayhem as entertainment. Left-leaning Silicon Valley also contributes a plethora of violent video games. Of course, movies and video games don't kill people. People kill people. Isn't that what the right says when justifying its stance on guns? Truth is, America has a very dangerous gun culture created by many parties, including those who believe the Second Amendment gives individuals the right to bear arms. Until we address all facets of our gun culture, we will continue to suffer its effects. Laura Smith Milbrae: don't wait to start talking gun control. What the hell is wrong with you politicians? Now is exactly the right time to be talking about gun control. Get started. Doug Ryan, Santa Clara Bellarmine students are on right track. It is simply presumptuous for Devon Foley Letters, October 3 to claim that Bellarmine students are unable to empathize or understand those marginalized or not getting enough support because these students have not experienced much of the real world. Bellarmine, as does each of our Catholic high schools, takes a good number of students on full scholarship, some of whom play football. Many Bellarmine students travel as far as Mexico, Central America, and Appalachia on service trips to help the poor. There are additional local immersion opportunities that help these students live out the Catholic social justice teaching to serve the poor. Perhaps they don't fully understand the plight of minorities, but who are we to judge? And thank God they are trying to figure it out. And if they lose a football game or two along the way, so be it. Their eyes are on the right scoreboard. David Lipscomb, Los Altos builds student dorms at community colleges for more than 40 years. Evergreen Valley College has been adapting to the ever-changing student profile attending our school. We're proud to play an important role in the economic vitality of our community and the lives of so many people, but Bill Wilson Center's report of student homelessness should be a wake-up call to everyone. Students are striving to better themselves, to improve their futures and that of our communities, and need better options for housing so they won't spend days, weeks or months couch surfing or living in cars. It is time to look into creating student dorms on our community college campuses. Currently only 11 campuses offer housing out of the California Community College System's 114 campuses. Victor G. Garza, Associate Dean, Student Services, Evergreen Valley College.